Let's first find what instance member variables this calculator class should have. So calculator should remember what, that is the one. So calculator stores the last two numbers entered. So it should remember the last two numbers entered. And then it should remember the result of the operation. Three things minimally the calculator should remember. So let's define private data encapsulation, so we don't want to disclose the information in this object. Private double less the number, let's just do the n2, and private double n1 is the first entered, second entered, and the like, or last one and second to last one. So let me do last number, last number 2, second to the last one, there. And then result of the operation. Three things you should remember. So those are responsibility states. And then behavior is you can perform four operations and you can enter numbers. So let's begin with enter numbers. So operation public, no return type, enter n. When you enter a number, it should be stored. The one just entered becomes the last one just entered, but then the one already in the last one should be second to the last one. It's there, lowercase there. So that's the logic. So always the one just entered becomes the last one. The one already as the last one becomes the second to last one, and all the previous ones are ignored. And then four operations are allowed. Public void add operation is adding two numbers. Remember the last one, like so. Result becomes less n plus less n2. That's what we expect there. And we can have a result. We can look up the result there. So that's a few just basic operations. We enter, we perform, and then we can get result, and then we need to perform three remaining operations. At this moment, we are going to test whether this is correctly implemented or not. For doing so, in addition to model view controller, let's create another folder outside this one. This is just for testing purpose. So we have a test folder. There, I'm going to create a calculator test class. It's there. Public static void there. So let's test for this calculator class. So we could do calculator class C1 and new calculator. So let's define that. But at this moment, calculator class is not under test subfolder, so we need to tell where it is. But Visual Studio Code, as I click on the error class name and the yellow light bulb, click that, and then it says import, but import is not available, so we need to just manually type that. So how do you say where the calculator class is? Here is actually I had a typo, that's why Visual Studio Code does not know that. Calculator, so click yellow light bulb, import calculator in model package, that's the one. So as I import calculator in model package, it is now fixed. The problem was fixed. So when I have a C1, then I can do C1 enter 1. Since it accepts double type, integer is acceptable. And then if I do enter 2, and then if I do C1 add, then what I get is the result. So if I call C1 get result, then I expect double, and what I expect is the result of addition. So if I run this main function, I get 3 like that. So instead of visually verifying the one displayed on the screen, we should do some automated testing. That is, Java provides assert keyword. In assert, I expect that C1.get result should return 3. That's what I expect. So if this condition is not satisfied, the program quits. So if I run, I don't have anything. But if, for example, if I expecting 2, if I run it, what it says is still nothing. One of the reason is that as you use assert, you should enable assert function when you run the program. So that is done by giving some option to the virtual machine. So if I run from the command line, it is as follows. So first, I need to compile that. So Java C calculator Java C, which is under a tester. So if I show the structure, so Java C under tester folder, I have a calculator test.java, and then I compile that, and then Java under the test subfolder, I have a calculator tester. So if I run it, there's nothing. But if I now give a -ea, which means enable assertion, then it says assertion failed at line 14, exception that assert error, like that. So you can check whether certain assertion has successfully done or not. This is a test driven development. So what I expect is a 3. Now as I compile again and then run again with the -ea option, then assertion is successful, nothing comes out. So here's a very primitive idea of a test-driven development. So we are going to use that idea as much as possible as we declare or define new classes.